Welcome, Council members and representatives of the Department of Planning. I'm here today as a member of the Chippendale community who has been actively involved in the Central Park development. I feel that Frasers' approach to the entire development process should be a benchmark standard for major scale developments. In June 2007, Frasers bought the Carlton United Brewery site with an approved concept plan. This included the layout into 11 development blocks, which each had specified land uses, maximum floor space and height, retention of a range of heritage items, street hierarchy for specific streets, a landscaping concept, and access arrangements and car parking. Between July 2007 and December 2008, Frasers Property and Elton Consulting organised meetings and events with major stakeholders such as large community groups in the area, various councillors from the City of Sydney and the Lord Mayor, and members of the surrounding community. They introduced numerous initiatives to incorporate major stakeholders into the planning stage. They appointed a dedicated on-site community relations officer. They had guided tours of the existing site, a display of the approved concept plan, events where architects and design teams spoke to community members, workshops to discuss and gain suggestions and ideas from the community, and they established a database, a contact website, an email address, and regularly sent newsletters to households and businesses within the vicinity of the site. The key issues raised by the community and government agencies included a support for sustainable design and green results, integrating existing and new communities through design and community facilities, avoid creating a predominantly transient population. They were also concerned about the increase in the number of cars in the area, so Frasers should encourage walking on foot, using bikes and public transport, and create a pedestrian/bicycle link between Redfern and Ultimo. They were concerned about the role and character of the domain, how it's used and managed, and to consider the needs of the multiple communities and their range of demands. They were interested in having a very active role in the development of the public space, and they wanted to ensure that the overshadowing from building heights doesn't affect the sunlight in the park. They wanted to create high-quality, sustainable and world-class architecture, and they were concerned about bulk, scale and overshadowing, and wanted to push the integration of the heritage and new buildings. On the fringes, particularly along the Kensington Street precinct, they were concerned about noise and operational issues and construction impacts given the extended construction time of about 10 years. After all this was considered, in October 2008, Frasers lodged the modified concept plan to the Department of Planning. This was approved in February 2009. Since the approval of the concept plan until present, further detailed project applications have been lodged, approved and constructed, such as the ones listed here. Some of these have already been constructed and their purchasers have moved into their residential apartments. Frasers have further provided events and updated information through its website and regular newsletters to ensure that its community is regularly updated and informed with the submission process. As you can see here on the master plan, I have demonstrated the adjusted GFA for each specific block. Similarly, I have shown the changes in the maximum height for each block. As you can see here, the road changes for the modified concept plan, which generally are to encourage more pedestrian activity and less driving on the site. The next few diagrams demonstrate the land uses specified for each block. This one demonstrates the residential areas. And this one is the commercial areas, and the retail areas, and the heritage areas. The modified concept plan is an exemplary example of stakeholder-focused design. They increase the open space by increasing the GFA of the main park by 20% and enlarging the Balfour Street Park, which won the Horbury Hunt Award for landscape in 2010. The existing and additional floor space was shifted to the Abercrombie and Broadway street fronts instead of in the residential areas, and the increase of GFA was 9.4%. They've also used highly acclaimed architects such as Foster & Partners and Atelier John Nouvel to produce world-class architecture. They have conserved the heritage items from the original approved concept plan, such as the Brewery Yard Complex and the Australian Hotel, and they've reduced traffic by increasing walking and cycling pathways and reduced the number of entrance points to the basement. They have improved sustainability by targeting a 6 Green Star rating, proposing a tri-generation plant on site, a water treatment facility, and One Central Park is one of the most extensively green walled buildings in Australia and also supports Australia's first heliostat in a residential setting. Despite the small amount of criticism by community members that it's a gross overdevelopment of the site, we as the community feel that Frasers Property and Elton Consulting have set a new benchmark standard for the level of community and government involvement in major developments in Sydney. Thank you for your time.